Hi, my name is Pliscila. So in 2020, I moved back to the US, and since it was pandemic, I was looking for a church. And I talked to different friends, and a friend in common mentioned about Center Point, but Center Point was not having a service yet. So I was following them on Instagram, and then I saw a service they're doing with another church. It was my first time coming to Center Point when they had the service combined with a different church, and then they have a worship night at the park. And when I first met Pastor Ashley and the worship team as well. And I remember the passage that they were speaking on that day was Matthew 28, was saying about go and make disciples. And I remember that it was something that God was putting in my heart that year, because it was 2020, it was pandemic. And on my prayers, God was just talking to me about like helping people, and as a desire to look for a church and be part of a church. When I came to Center Point, I saw the message, and I do believe that God spoke to me on that day. And that's why I decided to stay on Center Point and become a member. God has used in Center Point to make a difference in my life through community, from families. We are a huge family at church. We help each other. We know each other deeply, and through community groups, through small groups as well. And that was a huge blessing that I had in my life, and I still have. So since then, I stayed in Center Point for a year, and then I moved out. I moved to New York, and in New York, it was a great experience. I was going to a church where they had like great community as well. And when I was coming back to Virginia, I was coming back to Center Point, and one of the talks with Pastor Esther, she was sharing with me the plan to build community at church, to go back to build community at church. And it was everything that I experienced in New York, and I was coming back. I am 100% willing to go with you and build community and make sure that we have group for everyone, space for everyone. So I started serving at Connect Point to get to know people, to get to know them individually. So I stayed in Center Point for about a year, and then I moved to New York, where I had a great experience with a different church right there. But then I remember we had a Holy Spirit weekend, the Encounter weekend, when I came, and coming back to Virginia for just the weekend, I felt that it was the house that I belonged to, because I had my people there. After that, I had an opportunity to start leading a group as well. And that is just the best journey, which I've been growing so much in the Lord. At the beginning, it was a challenge for me because I never led a group before, but I had the best leaders with me to walk with me on this journey, and everyone at the group as well. What I learned from generosity is that God provides. God provides every little thing, and the only thing that He asks us to do is to have a servant heart, a generous heart, which is the heart of Christ. And the most excited part now for Center Point is that we are moving to a new building next year, and I can see like so many families, so many people who's gonna be impacted by our church. And my heart for that is to what I do now, be part of this impact that the church is gonna have in their lives. So I wanna be part of it. So join us as we ready the house.